Um, Give me 1 second. Okay, it's 1 second. I'm good.
Okay. Alright, so for those listening in, streaming on Boom's channel, or listening to the podcast, this is our first Starfinder game on the podcast. We played a one-shot before, but this is the first larger game that's going to be on the channel. Well, Calex here, one of our new players, is more familiar with Pathfinder, but they're pretty familiar with some Starfinder stuff. He's the only one that's really played before. So, this is a learning experience from all of us. We're not going to be super stickler about the rules if we're confused by them, because we're all learning them, unless it's like an obvious answer. So if you're a Starfinder fan, played a while, and we're getting everything wrong, just bear with us for a little bit as we get the hang.
If I may ask one thing of Calex and Brice just before we get started, could you guys in Roll20 go to the cog icon on the top right, and under personalization and display, you'll have your display name? Can you do what me and Boom are doing, where you have your character name and then your name or your screen name? Because I will totally forget everybody's character name as we are playing.
For sure. I thought I changed my display name over on the
Is that good? I have Wolf and Calex in parentheses.
Yep, perfect.
Also, I just want to offer a disclaimer here. Even though I know the rules, I have like 4 or 5 different game systems stored in my brain that are all based off 3.5 D&D. So I occasionally just pull things from the wrong system.
Yeah. In our one shot, you were accidentally doing some Pathfinder rules, and you're like, "Wait, does it work like that?"
Yeah, I do that a lot. I just randomly mix up Pathfinder 1 and 2, Starfinder, and Pathfinder 2 and remastered in my. They're just like all up there, and just occasionally the wrong thing comes out.
So, yep, our first Starfinder game, and this may be
Fireball.
might be the first of many, depending on how we like it.
It might be the last of.
Might be the last one if we hate it. But we'll get to introduce everyone properly during character introductions.
Okay, I can confirm. I looked it up. I was right. When you get a critical hit, it applies both double damage and the weapon effect.
Oh, nice.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Well, that's the only thing I needed to know.
You saw my message in Discord about what the exocortex does, right, Joey? No questions. You totally agree.
Well, that's the AI in your brain.
Yeah, but I was totally lying. I said it instant kills any enemy once per turn up to
Oh yeah,
250
Brice,
HP.
that's a goof. That doesn't work like that. That will be overpowered and unbalanced.
So no. Here's what it is. His AI is telling him it can do that because it's just randomly generating nonsense that he completely believes.
You get to listen to some of our pre-game banter, because usually I start the podcast right as we begin. But yeah, let's officially.
Okay, fine. Here. No more goofs.
Yeah, no more. This is serious. Starfinder's a serious system.
Very serious.
And so let's start our game about adventures in a giant junkyard. Okay.
Wait, what? That's what we're doing?
Yeah. Sounds space. What do you think this is?
You mean there's junk in Junker's Delight?
Yeah.
But they should just call this Junk Finder. Jeez.
Yeah, one reason why I picked this game as our first game, 1, it was free because I got it at Humble Bundle, and 2, it's all takes place in one location, so there's no space or space combat you have to worry about in this one. Wait, hold. I gotta make sure this is playing here. Someone say something. I want to make sure desktop is recorded.
Yellow.
Something.
Yeah.
I was going to say it might be for the best to not have Starship Combat just because it is long. A single Starship Combat can easily last 1 to 3 sessions.
Do you hear Kenkubot playing music?
I don't hear music. I did a second ago.
Well, that was Roll20. Hold on, let me restart it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
don't
find
mind.
it doesn't get all of the memory your computer needs to allocate to something.
I have a
And,
pretty
if
good
something
computer.
page is loading, it kind of like messes up.
I do not. I have like a 6-year-old laptop.
I just made myself sad. I was double checking how charge works in Starfinder since I remember it being different from Pathfinder. And charge gives me a -2 on my attack roll, and Pathfinder gives me a +1. And now I am sad.
Those are
Because-
two very different effects. It's harder to run in space, I guess.
Yeah, here we go.
In space, no one can hear you run.
What was that?
Space, no one can hear you run.
What?
In space, no one can hear you. Oh, I see. You're doing a thing.
Yeah,
well, I
he's-
said in
he's
space,
pulling a
no one
mark.
can hear you run. Hello,
Okay.
everyone at home. This is what we usually do. I hope you're having fun as much as we are.
Sometimes we play.
Sometimes we play TTRPGs. Okay, now is everyone ready? I'm officially ready now.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yep, I am.
Yep.
I've been ready all week.
Yeah, me too.
Ready to die horribly as that 10 Constitution makes me greatly regret it.
I'm gonna start grappling people.
Level 1.
Good luck with that. For people listening at home, grappling is next to impossible in Starfinder because to grapple someone you have to roll and hit their kinetic armor class, which Pathfinder has 2 armor classes, kinetic armor class and energy armor class. The kinetic armor class is higher than the energy armor class, and you have to hit their kinetic armor class +8. It is... And armor class goes up fast in Starfinder.
Kinetic is physical attacks, right?
Yep, kinetic is physical attacks, while EAC is for energy attacks. So if it's dealing slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning, it's going to target your KAC.
Yep.
If it's dealing fire, cold, any other energy type, it's going to target your EAC.
That's what I thought. Okay, now I'm ready.
Alright, go.
Okay. You find yourself at the end of an hours-long journey in the backseat of a worn-down transport. With every jolt of the vehicle, you're reminded of the endless wasteland that surrounds you since you left from the trench city of Morrow. As you look outside, nothing but red rock, dotted with the occasional abandoned mining facility or crashed starship. Your destination, Kyjak Depot. The promise? Your contact Riddled was a little vague on that subject, but she had promised a life-changing reward. Given the town's reputation of being lawless and the secrecy of the communication, this isn't going to be your typical job. The Shireen driver, named Chatrime, attempts to make small talk during your journey. Well, less small talk, more communicating telepathically. And he looks like this. Very insect-like. Well,
he's Shirin?
He's Shirin, yep. He's like basically a giant insect guy. He has a trucker hat on as he's driving you across this wasteland on a planet called Akaton. And you hear in your head, turn the volume a little bit. Can't go wrong with Borderlands music. So you hear in your brain, so tell me about yourselves. The insect-like being speaking directly into your mind. Might as well get to know each other, since we have all the time of the world. He kind of turns his head back and gets a good glimpse at you, and we're going to introduce our characters that are sitting in the back seat of this truck. We'll start with, how about our Starfinder complete expert, newcomer to the podcast, but friend of the show, and Ramirez, who's been a guest on some of the Riddled podcast and some of the older D&D stuff. We have Calex. Tell us about your character as he looks at this large bronze Dragonkin taking up almost the entirety of the back half of the car.
I feel like I'm being set up for failure being called the expert. You know,
I'm kidding. No pressure.
Something
No
incorrectly.
In the land of the blind,
All right.
the one-eyed man is king.
Hey, I'm not that big. we did agree to let me be a small or medium-sized dragon. I mean, I'm still like on the
true,
very
but you have,
top end
you
of
have those
medium.
wings, though. But you have that long neck where you have to squat down a little bit, probably.
Imagine you got the short straw and have to sit in the center, like the middle seat in this like four-seater.
But tell us about your character, Calex.
All right. I'm Wolf. I've done guard work. Yes, guard work. That's a good way of saying it in the past. I'm just here because I'm trying to get money to get off this planet and get back to Triaxis. And
Triaxis, so it's the Dragonkin world, right?
Yes, that is the home world of dragons in general, is where I belong. Unfortunately, due to circumstances outside of my control, I'm currently stranded here.
Well, that's not too uncommon. A lot of folks around here kind of get stuck and have to find their way out. Guard work, though, they're always looking for muscle on Kyjak Depot. Maybe get a bodyguard at one of those fancy casinos, places like that.
Yes, I am aware that, and it is definitely normal guard work that I have done.
Well, that's fantastic. He then tries for a moment more, and turns back to the young human woman, with a big laser pistol kind of resting at her side.
I'm gonna, could I talk?
Right after he says, it's like, well, I barely even recognize you being a human, because most of the humans here on Akaton have that red skin of theirs, but it's like you must be off world. So, BoomCow, if you can introduce your character.
Yeah, I'm from Offworld. Generational ship.
Ah, yes.
And I look to, Wolf. What do you mean stuck here? This place is great. My name's Illa. I'm here to, kill some sandworms and protect nerds that go out there and look through all the smart people stuff in the wreckage.
Oh, I mean the Kyjaks? If you're looking for giant worms, then the Kyjaks are all over the outer junkyards. He says, heard it's mating season 2, so they're a little riled up this time of year.
All the better.
And then we turn to a tiny little lizard person. Feet barely hanging off the the chair that he's sitting in. Mark, you introduce your character.
He's sitting in. So, you see before you a female, sort of purple-scaled kobold. She's wearing a sort of mix between a flight suit and a janitor's coveralls, mechanics coveralls, and she's got a lot of tools just hanging off her belt. Every so often she'll just kind of stand up on the seat and just kind of stare out the window, kind of like a little kid going to Disney World. She is Kyjak, and you'll note on her name tag, she's got a name tag that she wrote her name Kyjak, but before that is the title Salvageer. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
It won't be long now. Nearly at Kyjak Depot.
Okay, all right.
I didn't know you were gonna bring your kids along.
No. I'm. Why does everybody think I'm a little kid? I'm 8. I'm just really excited. Get out there and do some good work. The company I normally work for, I can't move up in the ranks unless I get some extracurricular activities in. So this should help. The other thing you'll notice about her, I forgot to mention, her left arm is robotic. She has a prosthetic robotic left hand.
There. Bolts past you. Have a snack. and hands you a meat stick.
Okay, not because you told me to. Take that, and she'll take a little juice box out of her pack and just start drinking and eating.
Chuck Trimay kind of is a little startled because he goes, well, I thought that hunk of junk was just some salvage you found out of the waste, but it's here talking. And Brice, will you introduce your character?
Hello, I am a perfectly functioning SRO unit. My name is Bolts.
He goes, something wrong with your speech processor? You're speaking all fragmented sentences.
Just one moment. He punches at his chest. Okay. That's better. Much better. It's good. It goes a little haywire at times.
He goes, well, I admit I've never seen one of these an SRO before. You from off planet too?
And this is the planet with the junk heap, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll get into a little kind of plan introduction in a moment.
No, I am an employee here on Akaton. Who better to know scrap than one made from scrap?
Now your voice is a little too human. So planet is Akaton. The place we're going is Kyjak Depot. That's where you're employed.
Got it.
And
Kyjak's just like adjusting like a knob on the back of your head, just trying to get the modulation right.
And in case, Brice, you had forgotten our little backstory, you were actually escorting these adventurers to your boss, Riddled, who we mentioned.
Reloading memory.
Thank you.
So as you drive a little further, just to kind of go into classes a little more. Wolf, you are a Solarian. A Solarian Dragonkin.
I have the power of the good stuff kids love.
Bolts is a SRO engineer. An SRO is basically a machine that has gained sentience. Kyjak is a Kobold envoy. No, you're a what are you? You're a
Where's on here?
Operative.
Operative.
Yep.
There it is.
Which is similar to a rogue. And Isla, you are a soldier. Human soldier.
Of all of the exciting races Starfinder has to offer.
Listen, I told everyone, it's like, okay, we're going to be kind of basic here, but I'm looking forward to our fifth Starfinder game where someone's playing as a sentient, ball of goo or whatever. Starfinder has some weird alien species.
Hey, look at the bright side when. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to speak over.
It happens. I was thinking, I'd like that at some point, like a whole bunch of weird alien races, and then some guy is just like the token human.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it always is in D&D. You have all these like exotic species, and then the one guy's like, I'm a human fighter. Okay.
Look at the bright side. In the movie adaptation, you'll be the only one whose caricature isn't ruined by horrible CGI.
Yeah, and you have to have all that makeup.
Nice.
As you drive a little further, he goes, we're nearly there. Supposed to play you a video, holovid, before we get to the town. It's kind of like a tourism thing, if you understand. He presses a few buttons on his console, and a holo emitter in the back of the truck kind of lights up and starts to display a tourism promo video for Kyjak Depot. And it goes, welcome to Kyjak Depot, located right here on the beautiful red planet of Akaton. Relax in one of our deluxe hotels, discover local history at the Junkfield Museum, or enjoy an active nightlife at one of our many, many clubs and casinos. Or do you seek fame and fortune? Well, you're in luck. The heart of Kyjak Depot is the budding industry of junk tours, but don't take my word for it. And the screen fades, and you see a young Yosaki woman, a creature, a species that resembles a rat. She goes, what's my voice for her? Come drop by Adventures in Junk, located on the outer edge of the skirt, right next to the McFlumbles. Treasure awaits you in the outer junkyard, and Riddle, that's me, can lead you to your next big score. Remember, if it's not junk, we don't want it. Then the screen goes back, and the announcer goes, ha 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 ha, that's right. Insert name here. Insert advertiser's name here. Ever since our town's humble beginning as a local Kefok farm, what's now known lovingly... Sorry. Ever since our town's humble beginnings as a local Kefok farms, what's now known lovingly as Junker's Delight, is visited by beings from all over the Pact Worlds. So come on by, and don't get too rich. Ha 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 ha. And then there's a disclaimer that goes across the bottom of the screen that says, paid for by the Kefok Depot Tourist Committee. Not responsible for any random muggings, assaults, Kefok attacks, or breakout of junkyard gang wars. Enter the outer junkyards at your own risk.
Oh my god, did you hear that, guys? They have a McFlumbles. We can go to McFlumbles when we're done.
Okay, so throughout the entire movie, Wolf is just not watching the screen. It has instead just been staring at Kyjak with wide eyes. And throughout the entire drive, he's basically been passing glances at Kyjak the entire time, and the glances have escalated to now just straight up staring.
Oh,
Can we get McFlumbles when we're done? I want to make Flappy Meal.
You, small one.
Yes? Oh, you're tall.
Are you a kobold?
Mostly. I mean, this part isn't. It holds up her left hand, and, it's not organic anymore.
I knew it! I wasn't 100% sure because I've never seen one in person before, but I knew you had to be a kobold. So, Wolf moves closer to Kyjak, is like, very well. As a dragon is my sworn duty to keep you safe. From what I understand, the kobolds are important to dragons. And I must ask, will you be my minion? I will take you to McFlurgles, as well as ensure that you get ice cream every week.
Every week?
Every week.
Okay, yes. I mean, I have to kind of yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Wolf just puts one wing protectively over Kyjak. Very well. This is my minion. If anyone harms him physically or hurts his feelings, they will have to answer to me.
Yeah, and I will minionize things. Right? Is that what we do?
I'm going to be honest. I'm not actually 100% sure what a minion does. I just know I'm supposed to have kobold minions.
Okay. We'll play it by ear.
So just do whatever feels right. Whatever you think a minion is supposed to do.
Okay. And he'll hug you. Briefly.
Wolf eagerly returns the hug and pats the kobold on his head before reaching into one of his belts and pulling out a lollipop and offering it to the kobold.
Oh, do you have grape?
Wolf opens a separate pouch and pulls out a grape one.
Yay! Just take it and just start. Thank you. You're the best minion owner ever.
I'm going to nudge Bolts and say 200 credits in about a week and a half. They're going to start getting McWombles at home.
I will take that bet.
RP for just 1 second, I realized I never uploaded the talking images for your icons. So I'm just going to do that. It's going to take about a minute.
About that.
Yeah.
That means we got to roleplay for another couple minutes.
Yeah.
I like grape because it looks like me.
Very, very well. I shall ensure to stock more grape candies in the future. What is your favorite type? What is your favorite type of cookie?
McFlorble and chocolate chip.
Excellent. I will ensure that we are never out of stock of them.
One thing about McFlorbles is the Grimace Shake is a cannon for McFlorbles, and they serve it all year round.
I promised him ice cream. If he wants it in the form of a shake, he can have it.
I got a pretty good deal here. I mean,
I'm gonna spend what tiny few credits I have left buying the Kobold treats.
Okay, now Trevor should be talking. Okay. So as you're talking throughout the video, Chet and Mary will go, well, I always liked that video. Hasn't been updated in a while. If anything, the gang wars have gotten a little worse. A lot worse. You look after each other.
Wait, there is a video?
I can play it again if you want. So, you make sure to look after each other while you're out there. Here there's a new gang in town. Call themselves the True Warriors. Some small time outfit from Morrow, but they're making big waves here.
Gang?
So guys, new gang here in Kyjak Depot. Usually gangs, do most of their fighting stuff in the outer junkyards, but this one's taking up residence in the town itself.
I am familiar with gangs. They are scum with no respect for other life. If they start trouble, I will do what I must to protect my minion.
And I will make sure that I'm not in harm's way so that my minion holder will not also be in harm's way. I think I'm doing this right.
Is minion holder? Is that my title? Because I'm going to be honest, no one's actually told me what I'm supposed to call myself.
Minioneer? Like, I'm a salvageer. Maybe you're a minioneer. Yeah, that sounds better. Minioneer.
Boy, that gang ain't that bad. Keeps to themselves. What did you do to my voice?
I got it. Click, click, click.
I suppose this is better.
Sorry, the lollipop was sticky and it got...
You have an in-canon reason to why you can't find a good voice.
Kyjak keeps messing
Every
with
game,
me.
you're just a different voice.
So, Tetrime's vehicle speeds towards a glowing glare of tall structures, grand buildings, impossibly clean considering the fine grit choking the air, ring the outer edge of Kyjak Depot. Flashy signs for accommodations and entertainment adorn every surface. As Tetrime drives deeper into town, glossy facades quickly fade into huddles of dust-stained buildings. Mountains of crashed starships and other junk stretch behind them. Piles of metal, glass, plastic, and countless other materials glint in the light of the burning sun. Kyjak Depot appears quite busy. Many wheeled vehicles trudge through the streets, some of which wind through junk mounds. Vendors hawk their wares on corners and haggle with customers. Tetrime pulls up to the curb and says, "End of the line. It's been a real pleasure driving you folks. Hope you find what you're looking for here." And he hands you each of you a kind of a tourism pamphlet for Kyjak Depot, but they're trying to get the junkers to name to stick, apparently. With a wave, the Shireen departs, his vehicle emitting a cloud of exhaust. And I don't have a handout, but this is basically the map of the town that it gives you, along with some landmarks.
Okay.
You would know your contact is a Isokai named Riddled, who operates a junk tourism and trinket shop named Adventures in Junk. It's located on the outer... This map doesn't really represent what the description says 1-to-1, but it's kind of located on the edge edge of the outer ring of the city were kind of the nicer parts of town, so it's kind of like in between both of the worlds a little bit. Bolts, you would know the way because you work there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, we seem to have made decent time. If you would like me to escort the group to Adventures in Junk, or if we would like to, we do have time to sightsee.
Yep. If
we have time, we must make for McFlurgles immediately. For my minion requires ice cream.
Luckily, it's right across the street.
I mean, I guess we could get it on the way. I was expecting it on a job well done. You know, like when you play space soccer and your team loses, and then your dad takes you to the the whole team to the pizza place to get ice cream.
Oh, see, from what I understand, I am supposed to give you something called job benefits for being my minion. So the ice cream is a benefit. Additional forms of compensation in various sweets and food will be provided for a job well done.
So, gameplay-wise, are you making Kyjak your I forget what it's called, but basically your bond partner?
My bond with my telepathic bond.
Okay.
Not yet, because we've just met, but
It'd be
it's
funny
going
if you
that direction.
if you made a life bond with the first lizard you've seen.
I like Wolf has a few things that he doesn't have a lot of experience or perspective on, but he knows enough not to make a lifetime bond for someone he just met.
Yeah. It's a short adventure, though. It's a short adventure. Should probably hurry up. Gotta happen sometime. But if you have any questions about any of these locations, not all of them are relevant to the adventure, but you could kind of look in the pamphlet and see what they have to say about it.
The Necro Palace. What the heck is that?
So
I was about to ask the same thing.
The Necro Palace is, despite its name, more of a casino. Well, hold on. There's a lot of places here to look it up. Yeah, it is a resort, but it's themed in the style of a I don't know all the Starfinder names, but there is a planet in the Pact Worlds that's basically where the undead are from. And
I remember the planet. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I think it's something like Eox, but
yeah, can't find it in the description here. But it's a resort kind of based around that. So there's like a lich gothic theme going on in that place. But it's also the location of the Junkfield Museum, which is a much aliver looking place, and kind of the history of Kyjak Depot and Akaton are on display there. It even says it has a scale model of the surrounding junk fields, and whenever someone makes a important discovery, they update the map with all the scientific research. A lot of the nerds hang out here. A lot of the scientists and professors and archaeologists that come to Akaton usually drop by the Junkfield Museum, but it's also a popular tourist location.
Do you think we should maybe go to get a job first and then sightsee? I mean, as much as I want to, go on all the rides and everything, I don't know if we should do that first. We are on the clock. I want to be a good employee.
If all you know is that Riddled has sent out offers of a really big job, and none of you, not even Bolts, knows quite what that entails quite yet.
I was told to escort the people.
I'm a Kobold, and that's a Dragonkin. I think she's a.
They're all people.
All you flesh bags look the same.
Well, you know what? I'm actually not offended by that. That's probably you probably have bad ocular, optics.
Only one functions at 100%. Thank you for noticing. That's not true. That's not a mechanical affliction.
So if you want to head
Miss
straight to
Illa?
Adventures in Junk, you definitely do that.
Miss Illa, you said you're good at protecting nerds, which I think is us.
Yeah, as long as you don't get in front of my gun.
I hide behind Wolf's wing a little bit. I think I'll be. Yeah, I won't do that. But have you fought many gangs?
Here and there. I try to avoid it, though.
Okay.
Long-term consequences and whatnot.
Oh. What do you think is the best way to avoid a gang in brand new turf?
Don't encounter them.
Assert dominance.
I just walk around T-posing. Alright, here we go.
So we have like two probably just average size humanoids here with the human and the SRO, but then we probably have like a 6+ foot Dragonkin, and then like a 2-foot Kobold.
There's 4 people here, one of which is 1.5 people, one of which is half person.
I'm just saying, like, to give a kind of a visual representation. Yeah. What's going on? Are you holding Wolf's hand? You walk through streets?
Probably holding his wing and
holding his tail.
Calex is for those at home. Calex is having a couple of technical issues at the point, so they're working on it.
Okay.
So we'll just say right now that Calex has taken a vow, or Wolf has taken a vow of silence and is now just like the lookout at like the watering hole, the one lookout animal, very attentive to protect all of us.
Well, we can take a little break till he gets back because we're about to get into something.
Oh, are we gonna go on the first ride?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Joey, I have an idea. Can you send me the little tokens for everyone?
Sure.
Not right now, whenever, but it's for science.
For science.
What are you, some kind of nerd? I thought you were the cool one.
Oh, BRB.
Yeah, let's take a little break. Let's get back because we're about to get to a plot point.
No problem.
I think I'm gonna stick with a robot voice. I think that works. My vision was that I might be like a K2SO, but I'm not. I realized Bolt is not that cool.
Yeah, I drew him kind of pathetically, man.
Yeah.
I love the design though.
Oh, it's perfect. I'd love the little patch, the face patch. Oh.
Yeah, here I'll send you.
I did also toy around with being a right proper Cockney robot, but decided that was not. That will be annoying. So.
Hey, I'm okay with it.
Because I was like, all the fancy robots. See, 3PO's British. Like I said, K2SO, he's British, but just not as fancy.
Wait,
British.
Okay, what if instead of being British, he was Australian?
I can't really do an Australian accent, but that's the best I got. No, I would lose that too quickly. Right. Maybe. I'm not the best with accents and voices.
Yeah, I can do a couple.
We will just be robotic.
I'm back.
Works. Welcome back.
Thank you. I appear to actually be staying connected this time, so huzzah.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
Sorry to people listening. I started having connection issues and I've been gone for like the last 15, 20 minutes.
I let him know at some point. So I said that basically what you're doing in the meantime is you're like the lookout at the watering hole in like this in like a savannah. That's just not saying anything.
Just looking
You're
around.
just looking around, keeping the rest of us safe.
When everyone
Right.
just like looks
Keeping
at
the kobold
you.
safe.
Yeah.
The others
Yeah.
are mostly coincidental.
Can they be honorary kobolds just for now? Just because I think we all need to kind of like, you know, team morale.
Hmm.
That's what the company taught me. Team morale.
Well, it's a little unorthodox, but we're in an unorthodox situation, so I see no reason why not. I declare you all honorary kobolds and my minions for the duration of this expedition.
Yay!
Yay. I
Oh,
say
happy
very
day.
sarcastically.
So I always wanted.
What a big day for me.
Sorry,
I go up to Bolt and I very quickly switch his voice modulator to Kobold.
What a big day for me.
Mac, 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 Mac,
Oh,
Mac,
man.
Mac, Mac.
I regret this. I turn it back.
Thank you.
Accidentally
see.
put it on loop or shuffle.
Change bold setting to auto tune.
Before we officially start checking volume levels. There we go. Okay, yep, so you're just gonna head straight to Adventures in Junk since you're all kind of broke. Can't really go shopping.
I mean, as much as I'd like a McFlumbles,
Remember, it's right next door.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
much
but
is it? I've
you
only
gotta-
got 20 credits.
God, McFlumbles? Like, you know.
Is
that's
it
a lot. It's
McFlumbles
high
or is it
class.
McWombles?
I think
I think one absorbed the other one.
yeah, they're
Like,
interchangeable,
takeover?
like Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
Or is it a McFlumbles and a
All
McWombles in the
together?
same building? Like a
Wow.
Oh my
Taco Bell
God.
Pizza Hut.
Combination.
It is a McFlumbles. It's now canon in our connected Starfinder universe.
Perfect.
I have 185 credits left. How many shakes can I buy?
Give me one of everything.
Wolf, you have to pace yourself. You can't just give me everything because I can't hold it all, and then it'll just melt with the
You have had me declare everyone honorary kobolds. I must bring back shakes for everyone.
Well, I don't think bolts can consume anything, and let's face it, a McFlurble is way too much a brain freeze scenario for. That's outside the art that just popped up. That's outside the McFlurbles. Everybody's just fighting. It's way too cold for a human, and Illa will just get brain freeze. And all I'm saying is that pace yourself.
So as you're talking
See,
about,
minioneering is more complicated than I thought it was.
Yeah, I know, right?
Very well. One shake and two side orders of fries.
yeah. So as you're
Did we just like
deciding what you're
drive through?
what you're trying to order at McFlumbles, so as you turn the corner, at the far end of this short, dingy alley, a pair of humans with bright red skin, clad in leather jackets, stand over a prone Yusaki woman. Sorry, don't do this.
Do I recognize the Gisaki woman?
Stand over a prone Yusaki woman, whom they deliver a series of vicious kicks and punches. She cries out in pain with every blow, while another Yusaki, who appears similarly dressed to the human, sneers. He goes, "You knew the consequences of refusing Mr. Dotrulu's generous offer, Riddle," the standing Yusaki says. "You really brought this upon yourself," and he delivers another kick. Then he looks up. "Hey, you there! This is none of your business. Why don't you just skedaddle before you find yourself missing a few teeth?" Bolt, you recognize this as your boss, Riddle.
Okay.
Could I approach, like, calmly?
You could, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the person who is hitting Riddle and say, hey, I'm really sorry, but I'm currently under this woman's employ, so I apologize, and I'm gonna swing to punch him right in his face.
Well, one of the humans goes saying, "Boss, I thought we drove off all of her employees. There was none left except some scrap of bolts." And
I resemble that remark.
So he goes, it's like Riddle, what did we tell you about hiring muscle? But at this point, the Yasaki's just kind of laying on the ground, not responding.
I myself must insist that you desist immediately. I would think carefully before making threat to a dragon with his own army of kobold minions. And as Wolf speaks, he is going to summon his claws. So basically, four sets of claws appear as he summons his solar weapon of shining blue star energy. Basically, star energy on both of his feet and his hands. I believe whatever lesson you have been attempting to impart has been learned, and you should go home now.
To back up a little bit, does Illa's punch land?
Or if that's going to be too complicated, I could just wedge myself between him and Riddle.
Yeah, so
I mean, you would just make an attack roll plus your base attack bonus, which is going to be 1 since you're a soldier.
Well, they are preparing. At this point, they take their focus away from Riddle as they see you approach. Wolf, you're acting aggressive. They take out their weapons.
I am attempting to intimidate them, and it is apparently not working. Or can I roll intimidate? Or
well, they're prepared to defend themselves once they see the weapons out. So, everyone, let's roll for initiative.
Oops, my goal was to display the weapons as part of an intimidation attempt, but it did not work.
Way to escalate the situation.
I mean, Illa went up there and just put on some brass knuckles and we're like, hey, buddy, we gotta have a conversation.
Yeah, that was escalation at its finest.
Since we don't have our normal ways, I'm going to add you all to initiative. Then you can manually enter.
Oh, wow. I rolled a 2.
Yeah, well.
Also, Wolf, you recognize that name, Do Trulu. That, one of these True Warrior, gang members said. You are very familiar with that name.
Claws coming out intensifies.
Well, I'm trying to find where initiative is on this sheet.
At least on the R sheets, it's at the top center.
No, I mean he's in the Roll20 ones.
Oh, those are going to be the top right. If it looks like the D&D stats.
Where is it?
Look for.
Oh, is it in knit? Is this what it is?
Yeah, it'd probably be in it. Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Yep.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a different.
How do they get 11.07?
Probably
usually
has
a tiebreaker.
Probably has their decks. I'm using Kanku here, so let's see if we can hear it.
Yep.
You hear the music?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so these two humans and this Yasaki draw their weapons as you two start to approach them.
Oh, the other Yusaki draws the weapon?
Yep. Not Riddle. The
Okay, okay.
Yeah, the true warrior one. Riddle is unconscious.
Boss. Oh no.
If you give me a
No,
quick...
we need them for paycheck.
Bolt, if you give me a quick medicine check.
Okay. Bolts rolled a 12 overall.
12.
Man.
She looks hurt. You won't know her state till you get closer.
Could I roll medicine too?
Sure.
14.
You see her breathing,
Okay, good.
so she's
Bolt is
alive.
unfamiliar with the concept of breath.
Yeah. But Wolf, you're first.
Okay. I see. There are one of two things I can do. Checking the range on one real quick, and I forgot the damage output. So
Well, it should be on your sheet. Your spesso sheet.
I don't believe it is. I basically was looking at my breath weapon. See if I can try to hit all three of them or not.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's probably in there somewhere. Probably a 15-foot cone. Traits and
Here we go.
Here we go. Traits and
30
benefits.
30-foot cone of fire deals 1d6 damage at 3rd level. Dragonkin adds. Okay, so 30 foot.
Yep. See,
Aim away from the unconscious one.
I should be able to just.
well,
hit
remember
them with
Riddle's there too.
Yeah, if I angle it like. I'll just,
Riddle's totally behind the wall.
She is prone. She might be. She's protected by that car, but she's kind of behind.
so basically, like
There-
that's accidentally drew through Riddle.
Go to the hold on. So if you go to the ruler tool, you can actually choose cone as a thing. I don't know what the degree is. The angle is. For
Well, I mean, it's a narrow alleyway. We can see. Riddle is prone behind a car.
Okay, I can do a 30-foot cone this direction to hit all three of them without hitting Riddle.
Okay. One of them is behind cover, so he gets a bonus to his dexterity saving throws. So what am I trying to beat?
It is going to be. Oh, it's going to be a 11. That's not a good DC because it's based off my Constitution modifier
Oh, what have you done?
in my level.
So, first true warrior rolls a 7, so you'll take full damage. The other one rolls a 9, he'll take full damage.
Oh man.
No wait, he gets the other one's behind cover, so he succeeds. And this one, the Yusaki, the rat person, rolls a 6, so he fails.
Okay, it's four damage to the two that failed and 2 damage to the one that made it. So, I mean, that means I did 10 damage total this round, so that's not too terrible. And as my movement,
Bodyguard.
I'm gonna go ahead and move up. To this one. So if he tries to use a ranged attack, I'm there aggro him. If he tries to use a physical attack, then he's playing in my world.
So you saw a wolf do a flame breath to these true warriors.
right. Is there a way that I could attack in a cone with my heavy weapon, or no?
Unless it has a spray.
Okay.
Which I don't think it does. There are some weapons, I think it's called spray attacks, where you basically unload your entire clipper battery, and it hits everyone within a cone.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, I am going to... Which one was hitting Riddle?
The Isoki, the rat person, seems to be kind of the boss. He's kind of like watching the humans kind of do the dirty work. Although I think the art has him like, hitting her too, so... She's probably giving little kicks,
Oh, the rat person was giving kicks
Yeah,
too?
but the other ones had batons and were like beating them with it, like these like stun batons.
Basically, the two humans were beating her on orders from the Isoki.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to ready an action, aim my gun at them, and tell them to stand down, and my trigger effect is if anyone attacks, I'll shoot them.
Give you a hint, they're not gonna stand down.
I know, I wanted to give them fair chance, though.
Okay.
Girls gotta have a code.
They said someone's being merciful. And Kyjak, your turn.
Okay, so Kyjak's... Wolf is now kind of in Kyjak's way, so I'm gonna have her clamber up with a move action on top of this car, so you just kind of get a little bit of an angle. 20, 25, 30, and I think I can see the bad rat person who's at the north.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and just kind of, as I'm doing this, I'll have my pistols loaded, but it'll be load the pistols flavorfully, and then just go ahead and shoot the pulsecaster pistol at purple rat.
So with operatives, you have to roll to see if you get trick damage. What's it called?
Oh right, yes, I read that. That was.
So you rolled a hit, but then you roll something else. See if you get the.
I rolled a 5 to hit, so.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit.
I had it set to stun.
I believe there are a couple different things you can do. I believe it's either bluff or computers, depending on how you decide to do it. But
there's a few things.
I'm not familiar with operatives.
Bluff, intimidate, stealth, or something associated with my specialization.
Yeah, and I think you have something special you can choose.
But it didn't hit, so.
So basically, you have to tell me how you're either distracting or intimidating or sneaking up on these guys when you make a trick attack. It's not called trick attack. I forget what it's called.
It is called trick attack.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I missed anyway. So I jumped up and I was gonna be like, "Hey, look at me!" and then shoot them. But I missed anyway.
So I'm saying, shouldn't have hesitated, girly. And Yusaki will aim his pistol at you, Isla.
Well, these creeps are misogynists too.
Wow.
Totally gonna kill them.
Rolls a 5. So it misses. And it kind of hits the wall, and he goes, uh-oh. Because that was your trigger, right?
Yes, and I am going to do a shoot, and I rolled an 8.
8.
So not much better.
Well, did you add your modifiers for it? Depending on what they are, you might still hit.
Yeah, did you press
I clicked the button.
Yep, trust the computer math.
We're playing by stormtrooper rules here.
Yep. He's gonna push Riddle aside and hide behind this junked car.
Cool.
Right, bolts.
Do I recognize the rat person in this? Is this like one of the common ones that's always hassling Riddle, or is this a new win? Or
they've been hassled by these true warriors before. It's kind of a recent thing. You've been kind of away for a little bit trying to find these recruits, but you don't necessarily recognize them.
Okay, right. Can I, from where they just moved? I don't want to move, but I want to be able to hit something from here. Can I?
So in Starfinder, anything in front of you, even allies, count as the enemy having cover.
Okay.
So if you wanted to hit anyone, you're gonna have to step up, if you don't want a penalty.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I would like to.
A creature being in front of someone is basically half cover for them, and that's a +4.
Okay.
To their AC.
Okay. What was the did the bad rat guy say his name at some point?
His name, no.
Okay.
The only name you heard is DeTrollo, which seems to be the leader of this gang.
Gotcha. Okay. So I say, why can't you true warriors just leave us honest business alone? And I am gonna use for my move action, I'm gonna activate combat tracking. Basically, it's gonna give me a +1, effectively a +1 to hit. I'm not gonna go into the exact mechanic details. Calex is like, that's not what it does. And I'm gonna activate it against the rat. And
so your eye lights up, little crosshair goes on it.
Yeah, the white eye turns red.
This is similar to adding a proficiency bonus to your attack, basically.
Yeah.
But it's not quite that, but similar.
Yeah, and so now I'm at a +4 to hit, so I'm going to tell you what I roll, and you... I rolled a nat 1, so that's what happened with that.
Why did they hire us?
This is a tradition. We've only played a couple games, and we've had horrible dice rolls.
Yeah, so I'll let you figure. I have a laser rifle that I was firing at the rat, and that's what I did. It was a natural 1, so I'll let you tell me what happens. If anything bad.
Well, we're not using critical failure rules.
Huzzah! Okay.
Although that is a thing you can do, you can lose arms and stuff.
Okay, so I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
Shit.
Alright. Well, the human true warriors will step out of cover.
That first one was a warning shot.
Hey, mine too. Yeah.
He has his pulsecaster pistol, and he'll take a shot at Isla. He goes, "This is true warrior turf now. Your Soki friend will give in sooner or later," and rolls a 19 against your
energy armor class.
Class.
Yeah, I only have 14, so that is definitely a hit.
Alright, you take 3 electric damage.
And that is off of my green.
Yep, so that is, the green is your stamina. If you remember, that's kind of how many hits you can take before your health goes, and that is your red. Your blue is your resolve points. And that's how you can do a few things, but you can mostly restore your stamina with it. But now he sees he's out of cover. And we found out you can't take the rest of your move action after you move, so...
Can't split your movement in Starfinder.
Right, Wolf.
Alright, so I forgot... Whoops. I forgot to say something very important last time, but because when I have to go into one of 2 modes when I activate my weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I am in photon mode. That's basically the direction I'm going. So I would have gained 1 point of photon mode last time. I get a 2nd point of photon point this level, and basically while photon attuned, I gain +1 insight bonus to damage rolls, including damage rolls for your stellar power. So technically they should have dealt 1 more damage, but we can forget about that because that's my fault for forgetting it. But I would be at 2 points in photon mode this time.
Even your breath attack would have been 1.
Yeah.
It's
But
okay,
I forgot to say I was in photon mode because
We're forgetting.
I had already summoned my weapons before the fight began.
Yep.
But yeah. But now, very important though, I'm now at 2 photon modes because 2 photon points because I can do things that.
You basically have these 2 big energy claws, like gloves, as you approach this thing. All right, go ahead and do what you do.
I'm just gonna do 1 attack for now because I would like to hit. And I know I'm targeting their kinetic armor class, which is higher, so here we go. D20, don't fail me now. I believe in you. Hey, that's D20, cool. You did a good job. So that's a 20 total to hit his KAC.
More than
the guy right in front of me.
Yep.
And this is normally 1d6 plus 3, but it's gonna be 1d6 plus 4 since I'm in photon mode.
All right.
Max damage. That is 10 damage right there.
You basically swipe him across the face. He gets this like doesn't leave like physical damage. Like if he gets hit by it, you think?
Yeah, it deals slashing damage, so it basically would leave.
Yeah, he gets this nasty slash against the face, and you can see in his eyes that this energy looks familiar to him. And I'll tell you as a player why
everything.
Why
the music just cut out on me. Is that just me, or? Oh gosh darn it! It's acting up again.
Oh gosh darn. Well, it is your turn over. I'll tell you later. But Isla, your turn.
Okay,
this true warrior human is still standing despite that massive hit, though.
I'm gonna shoot the one that shot at me. No, I'll shoot the one that got attacked.
Okay.
Focus fire.
The one that Wolf did?
Yeah.
Remember, so like lethal and non-lethal rules still apply. But in this, I think even melee weapons are lethal unless you take a penalty to make it non-lethal, I think.
That is correct.
Yeah, so the same with range too, I believe. I don't know what is offhand, but if you want to make something non-lethal at range, you have to take a penalty.
Yeah, there are some exceptions where there are some weapons you can buy that have the stun quality, but...
Yeah, there are some weapons that are just not... Like these stun batons, I believe, are all non-lethal damage. But, so I'm just letting you know.
I'm firing an artillery cannon, so... just... and I rolled in chat, so 21.
21 hits.
And then for the damage, it's 7 and then a d6 burn.
I think it's on critical. Is the burn?
Oh, is it critical?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yep, the burn is critical. Basically, if you land a critical, they catch on fire and then they take burning damage at each, and they would take 1d6 burning damage each round.
So his eyes go wide at the recognition of Wolf's plasma claws. And then Isla, you immediately hit him with this huge cannon, and he goes flying over this car, right between the other true warriors. And they kind of look down,
and I'm going to yell, "I said, stand down!"
And he is dead. And they look down, and suddenly they're like, "Oh crap! This is getting real."
Apsu Avan Doubt Seol. Run away now while you have the chance.
Kyjak, your turn.
So, just because I want to get this in before we do anything, in this first game, I'm going to use the trick attack. And I'm going to pick up a couple of bottles on the ground as I run up. So, as a trick attack, I can run up to my full speed, or move up to my full speed because I can run a lot further. And then I can do an attack as well as the either intimidation, bluff, or stealth check. I'm going to pick up, flavorfully, I'm going to pick up several bottles off the ground and start clinking them together and be like, "True warriors, come out and play, yay!" And I'm going to use that as a distraction, as I'm going to just come up and hide behind Wolf and then just peek out and try and do that. So I'm going to use stealth to first try to do the trick attack thing. So this is going to be a d20 plus my stealth, which is 7.
Okay.
And the DC is 20 plus the target's CR. I rolled a nat 20, so that's going to be 27.
Yeah. That hits.
Okay, so that's the normal thing. Now I'm going to roll to just before making your attack, attempt to block blah blah with the DC. If you succeed the check, you deal an extra 1d4 damage, and the target is flat-footed. Does that roll take the place of my attack roll?
No, it's like a sneak attack, so you get additional damage.
I just have to roll the sneak attack first, and now I have to roll the actual attack.
Well, first, okay, from what I understand, you can only do this when you hit.
It says just before making your attack, attempt the thing.
Okay.
So now I guess I make a normal attack.
Okay, yeah, so it's a little different than sneak damage.
I'm gonna roll on here.
It's almost like a bonus attack.
Yeah, but it's rolled into my normal one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a pulse caster pistol. Rolling another nat 20 online, so a 23 to hit.
Was that a nat 20?
I'm gonna hit the guy to the north.
Okay. Is that a nat 20?
Nat 20 for a total of 23.
That's enough to kill him. Wait, was 23 damage, you said?
No, 23 to hit total.
Oh,
if I
yeah.
need to roll damage next. So I get double because it was a crit.
Yeah.
So I get, and then my trick attack is also doubled, so I'm gonna get 4d4 here.
Are you sure this is the case? Because you attacked before you did damage.
Is the trick attack part of the attack, though? Or
Well, you said you do it before an attack, so in my mind it's no.
So here's what it specifically says. As a full action, you can move up your speed, and then whether or not you moved, you can then make an attack with a melee weapon with the operative special arm. Just before making your attack, attempt a bluff, intimidate, stealth, etc. check with a DC equal to blah blah. If you succeed at the check, you deal an extra damage.
If you
So
hit.
this is that the
Yep.
trick attack. Yeah, the trick attack is saying, yeah, I can add damage. I just have to roll attack. for that.
It said
And I
melee.
succeeded.
Is it only a melee, or does your pistol
Before
have...
making your attack, there's plus. It does say melee weapon, so I was wrong with that. So I will just take my normal thing.
I could have sworn that some range...
So I roll a total of 6 damage with the pistol. With 2d4.
Sorry, hold on.
I would say melee, so I missed that.
Trick attack.
Again, everyone at home, we are new at this. Please bear with us.
Yep.
If we're doing something wrong, please yell at us in your text, preferably all caps.
Here, you are a... Operative.
Caps locks is cruise control for cool.
Yeah, you can send me an X.
Here, I'll-
Cow in the
Joey,
cloud.
I'll post it on the...
It's...
It does say melee, so I can't do it with there. So I'm wrong with
Yeah,
that.
you
So
attack
it's
with the-
negated
Or with any...
Melee.
Oh, with any small arm.
Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. So yes. Okay, great, cool. So I get another 2d4 then.
Yep.
I guess with the crit. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage total.
10 damage. He's still standing.
And they are flat-footed.
And I guess since you're a little kobold, your arms would be small, so
Yeah.
that works.
Oh, they're flat-footed against my attack, but I had a net 20 anyway, so they hit. So okay, I see what it's doing. All right, that clears things up.
That's... Oh, because of the sneak attack, they're flat-footed?
They are flat-footed against my attack. Trick attack caused them to be flat-footed against my attack, and an additional 1d4 of damage.
Okay, so if you get
Yeah.
sneak attack, then they get a negative to their armor class. Okay.
Only against him.
And
The rest of us
against
still
him.
target their normal
Yeah.
armor class.
And damage. Yes.
And damage. Okay.
So total of 10.
Still standing. But Sokai is going to look down at his fallen comrade, and he reaches into a little walkie-talkie, and he goes, it's like, boss, we need evac. And just a second later, basically a getaway car was all ready to go at the end of this alley. It's a very nice car compared to all the other stuff that you've seen around here. But so here you see. Everyone give me a perception check.
Perceptify me, Captain.
LMNOP.
15.
Okay. I rolled another 1. This is broken.
12.
No? Okay. So yeah, I got a 5 total.
7.
Anyone roll above a 14?
I got a 15.
15. All right. So you catch the glimpse of a stern Halki woman, which is the local term for the red-skinned humans of Akaton, with a shaved head, waiting in the hover car's back seat. She locks eyes with the character for a moment before the vehicle. Well, essentially, this Usokai is going to disengage and run towards the car and
Nice.
hop in the back seat. Bolts, what do you do?
Alright.
The other one's eyeing the car. He's about to run off too, saying, "We're not getting paid enough for this."
Well, I am not gonna let it go to waste. I'm gonna use my movement to move up forward, and I'm gonna try to take another shot at the dumb little rat.
Well, he's in the car. He's kind of out
Oh,
of
he's
combat.
in. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Well, you know what? I'm gonna shoot at the car then.
Okay.
Do I get my bonus since I am technically shooting at the rat in the car?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Joey, how hard
8.
would it be to grapple the car?
It's pretty hard.
I rolled an 18 to hit.
18. I don't know what an AC for a car is, but it's probably higher than that.
Okay.
It dings the hood of this very nice car, and leaves a bullet mark. And
Good.
and the woman in there is just looks furious.
Good.
Yeah. Don't worry. If I get a turn before the car drives off, I can do something cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that was my turn. That works for me.
Well, if you get a glimpse of this woman too, and it's, if you read your Discord, it's who you think it is.
Ooh.
But this other true warrior is gonna look down the body and he'll go, sorry, buddy. And he'll run off into the car, and you see the woman smack the back of his head. It's like, "You idiot!" And then he tells the driver, "It's like, drive, get out of here." And the door closes and it speeds off.
I just left his twin brother there. That's horrible.
Combat over. First combat.
Woohoo!
I am so upset because on my next turn I would have been at 3 graviton points, become fully attuned, and that's when the fun starts.
Yeah.
I would like to tend to Riddle. That's my action when we're.
Yeah, we are out of combat, but
Well,
yes.
bye graviton points. You were nice while you lasted.
So you see.
Or I mean, photon
Graviton
points.
and
I was photon, not graviton.
Gravitons and graviolis.
So this is the first time you've seen Wolf use his power. If you're curious about it, you can either ask him or roll a roll like a history check.
Actually, can I go into three photons mode and just do something that doesn't actually damage them for cinematic purposes?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so Wolf chases after them through the car as he gets close to the car and far enough away from the group, he goes supernova and explodes with the force of a star, which doesn't kill them because they're inside the car and objects take like pathetic damage from energy sources. But
they're like pushed forward and like rumbled around along. There's a big scorch mark in the back of the car now.
yeah, but he literally explodes and is also perfectly fine and unharmed after the explosion clears.
He just runs around the corner, and we all looking out of the alleyway, and we just see a. He comes back walking. Yeah, missed him.
Right.
What
so
was that?
Yeah. Did you get him?
did you get him?
Minioneer Wolf, did you get him? Oh, I think it blows. I think it gets laryngitis as a
Oh,
sign
his
of-
internet may be hiccuping again.
Yeah, the internet's probably coming out.
So
So
Bolts.
much.
Looks like so. Who's going to Riddle?
I would. Bolts would go tinned.
Yep.
Hey.
So you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now. Yep.
Okay, it's acting up. I'm still here, apparently. All right, so unfortunately, they escaped into a car, and they're going to be a problem.
So much for avoiding the gangs.
Did you get the license plate?
It's like TROU. War.
There was an explosion, and I did not see it through the explosion.
Oh. No. Next time we can.
Can you
we'll
send the
know
handout for...
Go ahead.
Oh, could you send the handout for Riddle again? I accidentally clicked off it.
Oh, sure. It'll be in your library. Maybe
Oh, okay.
player handouts.
Yeah.
The license plate. Pardon the language. Says this.
Wow, this is a family show, Joseph.
What's a solar batch? Minioneer Wolf, what's a solar batch?
Where did this get posted?
It's on the Roll20 chat.
Roll20 chat, yeah.
Oh, I was looking at Discord. That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah. So Bolts, you go over to
It.
also if you ever take damage, obviously do it on your sheet, and keep track of ammo too.
Yeah.
I haven't messed around with it too much, but it's probably an easy way to track your ammo.
There is, yeah. You can
So-
literally just press minus as on
Yeah,
your
so
weapon quick.
everyone basically attacked once. Bolts, I think you attacked twice.
Yep.
But what was I saying? Do it on the sheet and do damage on the sheet and do it in Roll20 if you can. Just so I know. Is that
It means she is unfortunately a powerful enemy.
Oh, okay. So we can be solar batches. We get powerful enough.
I could technically be one, but it is referring to she is referring to a specific type of power, and also the fact that she's a terrible person. I
Oh,
am going to try to refrain from being a terrible person so that I do not earn the title myself.
that's a good idea. You keep the Minioneer title. I like that.
are you
Yeah.
gonna say what
But-
you are?
Yeah, how could you do that, by the way?
She has access to the same power I do.
Are you like brother, sister?
What species was she again?
He was a human. I just remember there was a picture of her, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, okay, she didn't even. Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
I mean, it's a non-fraternal twin thing. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be. Maybe you're adopted.
I hatched from an egg, and she spawned from pure hate and malice when the universe made a mistake. Oh, then I guess she did have a mother that carried her in her womb too, but mostly hate and malice.
Okay. I'm learning so much. Bolts is a boss okay?
It says here that she has a shaved head in the description, but the art she definitely does not have a shaved head.
Wear it away.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the woman that you saw. And like most humans living on Akaton that are native here, she has the red skin.
Bolts is the boss okay?
Yeah, let's get to the injured civilian here.
I'm trying to, Joey.
I was agreeing with you. Bolts, what do? You see, you get up to Riddle, and she's just like,
Seems the gangs are worse. The situation is worse than when I left.
Yeah. Bolts, is that you?
Yeah.
Come closer.
It's me.
Closer.
It's me. I bonk my head on their head.
You get close, she kind of like pushes you away. It's like, you buckets of bolts.
Oh, you.
Look what you let happen to me. They jumped me when I was on the way to when I was on my way to McFlarbles.
Oh, that's so much worse than on the way back because you have not gotten flump yet.
The flip rib is back.
Oh, no, I just realized something tragic. When I activated my claws, I would have dropped the fries I had for everyone.
Oh no.
So at this moment, I suddenly remembered that I had in fact gotten fries for everyone, and looked back at the ruined fries on the ground, and and just go, I will find them and make them pay.
But you help her up, and it is a young Yasaki woman, the same one that you saw in the video that you all ignored. But it's a few years older. You can tell the video was made a few years back.
I was busy minioneering.
Yeah.
Boss, I have found suitable muscle for our needs.
Well, that's good news. And she looks at the dead body and goes, "You took good care of him. Let's make ourselves scarce, shall we? The authorities can take care of this, I think. Help me up, Bolts. Carry me."
Can we wait for them and give them our statement?
We do not wish to do that.
Oh, okay.
Can I search?
We were involved in it. We were involved in a gang fight. If we leave around for witnesses or authority to show up, we will simply be arrested too.
Yeah, you don't know
I sadly have experience here. We should make ourselves scarce fast.
Yeah, so you don't know when the cleanup crews get here. But you said you were searching the body.
Oh yeah, I want to search the.
So they are carrying. With a human true warrior. So they have a pulse caster pistol and a tactical baton.
Nice.
What kind of armor do they have?
I feel like it's gonna take like a minute to get their armor off, depending on what it is.
I'm not worried about that. I was wondering more about any sort of like paperwork, identification, something like that.
Oh, nothing that fancy.
Okay.
How about money?
So they have a Essex suit Mark 1.
That's a light armor, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they were wearing leather jackets, basically.
Okay, I don't care.
Yeah. But they do have a pulsecaster pistol and a baton. If you guys want some extra weapons, since you all broke.
I believe the baton is an operative weapon. Am I correct? I can look it up.
Meaning that it can be used by that class?
Meaning that operatives can use their dex, but instead of strength off it, and that they get trick attack with it.
Got
It
it.
is an operative weapon, so I will grab that.
It's like a finesse weapon.
Got it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Basically,
And I'll grab the pulsecaster pistol as well, and I will just take the battery.
So I will say this.
Of course you will. Of course you'll take the battery.
I'm gonna
So-
take the pistol then.
Real quick, let me explain something important so that will affect how you do looting.
Mm-hmm.
In this game, gear only sells for 10% of its value.
Oh, wow.
That's fine.
So if you can use the gear at all, you're better off taking the item and using it than selling it.
Yeah.
And it's a good idea to have weapons that deal more than one type of energy damage on you. So if you have like an azimuth laser pistol and you encounter someone immune to fire, then you could grab this arc pistol, so you have an electric weapon too. So you generally want to carry multiple weapons on you for different enemy types.
Yep, and make sure to add it to your inventory, and it'll certain items take up. We do use this game does use an inventory system in weight.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit it's not like this weighs this much, this weighs that much. It's kind of like if you carry enough of a certain item, then it's a bulk. And you can carry so many bulks. So like a small weapon like this may be like 1 bulk, but a heavy weapon might be 3, things like that. So
Illa, if you want to keep the battery, if you're gonna take the gun, feel free to keep the battery.
I recommend keeping them together, but that's me.
Well, if she's gonna take, I was just gonna take the because I have a pulsecaster pistol. But if Illa, if you're gonna take the gun, go ahead and take the battery too.
Saying yeah, let's just take our time and loot bodies. It's fine. It's not like Tetrolo's gonna come marching by any minute, and one of his forearms is gonna rip our heads off.
Hey, it takes like 6 seconds to loot a body.
He goes, okay, let's see. He goes, my store's not far from here. Adventures in junk. Let's skedaddle. Let's go. And she will take you a few street corners away. There's a darkened sign that says that it's a neon sign, but it's not lit up. That says "Adventures in Junk" right next to the McFlorbles. And she takes out.
Is it combined adventure and junks and McFlorbles?
Yeah, saying we're trying something new. She fumbles with some keys, and she goes, "Haven't opened the store in nearly a week. All my bolts here is my only employees, true warriors." Scared away all the other ones, but they're not. She fumbles with more keys. They're not gonna get me. No, sir. I've been here for nearly 10 years, and I'm not moving. I'm not paying protection money. She goes like, protection from what? Come on, there's nothing here. The only dangerous things around here are gangs. They're gangs. And she finds the right key.
I think the idea is that you're getting protection from them.
Yeah,
You're really
I get it.
They're not protecting you. Okay.
Yeah, it's a scam. I don't like it. And she finds the right key, opens up the door. She goes,
I think it's racketeering.
Yeah, come here. No, I don't have a racket port here.
Yeah.
I had to go to the arena for that. She will gather you all inside.
I must apologize for my failure. You see, when I have a personal chip when it comes to gangs like that, and in my rage, I summoned my claws, and I accidentally dropped the fries from McFlurgles I had gotten for everyone.
It's okay. We'll get some when we get back on the way out.
I'm really sorry. Everyone deserves warm fries, especially after that, and we don't have them, and it's all my fault.
McFlorbles, though, they don't have... Those fries are the worst part, though, unfortunately.
It is possible to obtain more fries.
You have to go to a Florble King to get the good fries.
Home of the Wapful.
What have we done? So... I'm reading from a book this time. The building's interior features a Centric mix of decorations, brightly colored posters showing off cartoonish figures excitedly examining bits of crashed starships, racks of mass-produced trinkets, such as little globes that display holographic names, and artistic statues crafted from bits of metal debris welded together. 3 desks are spaced evenly across the floor, each with computer terminals that face 2 comfortable seats on the opposite side of the desk. The air is stale, as if the place hasn't been open for a few days. And this nice little futuristic smooth jazz is playing over the speaker. So this isn't just Roll20, this is whatever the term is when it's playing in the universe too. Diegetic.
Yeah, that's good. I know words.
So she, I apologize, this is an AI image. But I needed a junk shop, and, you know, they...
Joey made an AI
No,
image.
I didn't make it. I found it on Google.
Okay.
I didn't make it.
Yeah. But she heads over to a little freezer unit, takes out a bag of peas, puts it over her cuts, and she goes, that's good. You know, those true warriors, they pack a punch, but they don't get me down. But I gotta thank you guys. If you guys weren't there, then I might have spent the night at the hospital.
Oh yeah, you don't have insurance. That's gonna cost you a lot of money. We
Insurance?
can't let you do that.
On Akaton? Yeah, please.
Right.
Non-existent.
Saying, the hospital's here, the water dealer probably owns half of them anyway. All the other rich families. But don't get me started on the tax rates. He goes, she just kind of like pushes over some stuff on a chair, saying, have a seat. If you want beverages, I have I can start with the coffee machine. We have some colas.
Yeah, it says up there you got some kuakal.
Yeah, it's kind of gibberish. Don't know what's up with that. It's like they can't do words well. Saying, have a few bottles of water here. If you wanna hydrate. By the way, who are you guys? What are your names?
I
am Wolf.
Wolf? I thought you're like a dragon to me. You're not one of those dog aliens.
I am a dragon.
Yeah.
I am also Wolf because I am not a dog.
How much is clear? She pulls out a raw steak from the freezer, saying, hungry? Want a bite?
Sure, I can take that if you want. And I am going to use a tiny bit of flame breath to cook the steak before you.
Fair enough. Saying,
and now I have a steak dinner.
She goes, look, peach-skinned human.
I am Kyjak.
Oh.
I am a salvageer.
Oh my god, I didn't even know you were there.
I was gonna
I didn't see you at all.
salvaging work here, so I came to salvage.
I didn't see you at all. Didn't even know you were here.
This is Bolts.
You're so tiny.
Hello, Riddle.
Yeah, I know
I am
him.
Bolts.
Yeah, you know, like,
And I'm
We have
Illa.
met.
yeah, this is possibly the worst
And this is
introductions. It's possibly the worst introductions I've ever had in my life.
But I spread my hands out.
But she says hello to Isla and Kyjak and Wolf.
I believe that they should.
No.
Can you guys hear me? I got a connection warning. Roll20. Hello?
Are you the one that always tells the truth or the one that always lies?
You guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
How long was I silent?
Only.
Because I was trying to RP as Riddle. I don't know if you heard me. Anyway.
No, we did not hear that.
Yeah, she was saying to Kyjak when you were introducing yourself, like, I didn't even know you were there. You're so small. Like, honestly, I just thought there was 3 of you.
No, I'm here too. I'm big in personality and minionaires.
Yes, he is my trusted and most powerful minion.
Are you the one that always lies or the ones that always tells the truth? Wait, no, I'm supposed
Say,
to pass that the other way.
yeah, a little bit in between. And she looks at Isla, and he goes, well, look at that, a peach-skinned human. Seen so many red ones around, I almost forgot what your species originally looked like.
She just gives a half smile and waves dismissively to the comment.
Yeah, it's just a novelty is all. And y'all met Bolts, my last remaining employee that I begrudgingly have to pay. You know, she like gestures to like the art statues around here. It's like, you know, he used to be just decoration. Then one day he started talking. It's like, how was I to know that he was alive? Yeah.
Oh, did you plug him in?
He goes, no, of course not.
Have you tried turning him off and on again?
Nah, I just
IP settings?
I just like the spikes. Yeah, it's cool spikes.
I mean, I got spikes.
But she offered you refreshments. You're gonna.
I'll probably take a water.
Yeah, saying
No, I always
Yeah, I take a water with my steak.
I come prepared to take out another.
He said, of course y'all want the water. Water price is going up lately, but you're worth it. You saved me from the gang, so.
Is there a water shortage?
Fresh water, fresh clean water is a rarity here.
It's like all water goes through all through the quote proper authorities, and that usually means the higher up gangs, like the water dealer. It's the reason why it's called the water dealer. Don't cross this path.
He deals water.
Yeah, he deals with water.
Yeah.
He's fair, but you know. It's like when you go to Disney World and water bottles cost like $8 a piece. That's kind of what's going on here.
Yeah, but you get the one that looks like it's made in Star Wars land. So it's
but as you all get settled down, she goes, well, I'm guessing you all want to know why I called upon you and thusly hired you. Congratulations, you're hired.
How many sick days do we get?
Approximately 0. Because let's keep this under wraps a little bit. I don't want the true warriors thinking that I've hired muscle here. Or else they'll get on my case even more. But I have a deal for all of you, and it can make us all very, very rich. But might need to bust a few heads to get there.
Not a problem.
And she
That's what I'm here for.
Whose heads are we busting? Gang members? I hope it's gang members.
Well, it's all theoretical head busting at this point. First, it's a search and rescue mission. Hopefully not the rescue part. Hopefully just a search. So, here's the deal. A few weeks ago, met this android woman named Very13. Got to talking, schmoozing up a little bit, see if she was interested in the shop. But she told me that she found some very valuable salvage within the junkyard. And she kept the details vague. I guess she was maybe worried about the gangs too, getting whiffed of the situation here. She kind of looks worried, saying, now that you're on their bad side, you have to be even more secretive. But Very13 said she has this valuable technology lost somewhere in the outer junk field. But she didn't know where it was, but she seemed excited. She kept researching. And then
How'd
she said she
find it if she didn't know where it was?
she knows of.
No.
Then, a few days ago, said she found it. But before I can get more out of her, she went missing. Don't know where she is. Looked all over.
Well, that's concerning.
Saying, yeah, I don't know if the gangs got her, she just got lost. or if she left the planet to find another business partner. But I promise you, there's money here, but we have to find Very 13.
Okay. Well, that sounds like, yes, I accept.
She describes Very 13 as a skinny android, about medium height, with green braids and golden circuits you can see through her skin.
Oh.
Lovely.
She offers you, saying, and unfortunately I can't pay you until we find Very, because she's the one that has the money right now. But I know she's good for it, and I offer you 500 credits each if you're bringing back safely, and then we can get this show on the road, as they say.
I could buy so many McFlorbles. I could get a double McFlorble with cheese.
Oh yeah, they charge armor and leg if you want cheese.
You can always bring your own cheese.
Yeah, I hold up my left arm, which is the robot arm, and be like, I know.
Ah, that is wonderful craftsmanship. Can I display it on the wall next to my other art pieces?
The arm that's attached to my shoulder and part of me, and I need it to function?
Yeah.
No.
I suggest a compromise. Hang a special chair on the wall, and he can sit in it whenever we're visiting the shop.
I'm not paying you. But deal. I like it.
Right, yeah, high chairs, yes.
So, she asks if there's any questions about your job. Or about anything, really. The shop, the planet, the town.
Where should we start looking?
I suppose I do not have a choice but to do the job I've been assigned.
Saying, yeah, you don't have much choice. Saying, where to start? He goes, well, I don't know. That's why I hired you guys. Of course, I hired you before I knew she would be missing. So, consider this an extra treat for you to go on. She's saying, but I do know that she was hanging around the it was that museum that I told you about. She was hanging around the it's not even on there, sorry.
Museum.
Hanging around the Junkfield Museum. She was hanging around there a lot, saying she's a scholar from Epsilon Station. So a lot of them like to hang out around the Necro Palace because of the museum there.
Okay.
So,
start there.
got a first place to look then.
Got a description. You know what shoe size she was, so we can look for footprints.
How many enemies does she have? You can give a rather ballpark figure if you don't know the exact number.
Well, as far as I know, she doesn't have any. She's quite a just a excitable young android woman.
Yeah, that sounds like she would have upset at least one gang just for existing.
Saying that's what I'm kind of worried about. These true warriors might have gotten wind of that of Very and whatever she found.
I think we might have to go bust some heads. Everybody up for head busting?
Yep, but first you gotta charge her around here, Riddle.
Yep, she is a historian from Epsilon Station. Yeah, it's about a charging station.
Yeah.
She goes, oh yeah, if you guys need to recharge your batteries, then there's one in back. Saying up, guess you could use it for free. Since you're doing a favor for me.
That sounds good. I imagine because this is in Adventures in Junk / McFlorbles combined.
It's
that
not. It's across.
No, hear me out. The recharging station is basically just like a drinks dispenser. So you just put the battery in, and then I'm gonna go up and be like, all right, I want Coca-Cola and Moot and Moo, and I'm gonna press the two of them together.
She has some of the broken down soda fountains and the ice cream machines, but they're not working.
Is the ice cream? Oh, the ice cream machine is broken. I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, well, it's always broken. She looks at you, Wolf, and he goes, seem to have some familiarities with these true warriors.
I've done a lot of guard work. I've had a few encounters with them.
He goes, They sound like a bad batch. No, for on here, they were like just some small-time game up in Morrow. But the game here, like a big fish in a small pond type of thing, you know?
They are short-sighted fools who don't care about who they endanger, including their own members.
Saying I'm worried next time they're gonna send one of the higher-ups for me, and then I'm not gonna be lucky. So I'm gonna stay held up in my shop. I'm basically gonna live here. I'll make a hidey hole so they don't get me.
Yeah, you keep yourself safe.
Yes.
So I think Isla, if you're the only one that took damage last time, if you want to use a resolve point to regain your hit points, but you only your stamina points, but you only took a few points of damage, so it's kind of up to you. Remember,
How long does it take to get resolve points back?
A long rest, basically. Well, yeah, long rest.
Okay.
I would recommend healing. I would recommend healing up while you can, because we are level 1, so one critical hit can end us.
Yeah.
This is like D&D. I'm not going to do critical hits until like level 2 or 3, so don't worry too much about it. Unless you want me to, I can make it fun.
Think we're okay. I'll pass.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have a mechanical question.
Sure.
The batteries recharge the weapon, or do you load them in?
I mean, I don't know, but you're basically doing the battery.
You load the batteries in.
Yeah.
Okay, so the weapon itself doesn't hold
The weapon
charge
is
itself.
Oh no, I think there might be some things that do, or like a way you can have an extra shot off outside of the battery.
Okay, because I was just looking, and some of the weapons have like a capacity.
Yeah, so I'm just...
Yeah, there are different battery types. So there's like 20 charge batteries, 30 charge batteries, 40 charge batteries. So you can't put a 20 charge battery into a 30 charge battery gun.
Gotcha.
To recharge the battery on a Hephaestus, whatever it is, you have to unload it from the weapon that it's loaded onto, go over to inventory, click refill, go back to your weapons, and then load it again. The unload and load are...
Can you just add battery charges?
Oh, cool.
Can you just add battery charges manually?
Not that I can see. You can remove them. I don't see how you can add them from this part of the interface.
Okay.
So I could be missing them, but that's at least a way to do it. I'm a little long-winded.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where is the load and unload button?
They're the green buttons on the right. You have the on the quick tab, and then under weapons, you've got all the things that you click on. All the way to the right is your ammo, and to the right of that are 3 buttons. One is use charge, one is reload, and one is unload.
So basically what you're going to do is you're going to investigate around Kefik Depot, trying to find the whereabouts of Very 13. So you're just basically going to say how you want to try to get this information, and based off what you're trying to do is going to be a certain type of skill check. And there's no set places you can go or people you can talk to. You're just going to tell me how you want to go about it. Like if you want to intimidate someone into giving me information, then like that'll be an intimidation check.
I am just going to make pleasant conversation and talk to people, but and be like, "Oh, you're into history. Have you heard of oh my gosh, I already forgot her name.
Mary 13.
Very.
Yeah, have you
Very.
heard of Mary 13? She's a historian from Absalom. Actually, come to think of it, I haven't seen her around lately. You know anything about the last time? You know anything about where she's gone?
So you're doing this at the ship museum?
Yep. So basically, I'm going to be walking. I'm going to just be making pleasant conversation.
Yeah. Yep. So the ship museum has valuable not valuable, like historic things recovered from the junkyard over the years. It's kind of on display there. I mentioned the to scale model of the entire junkyard, of the entire junk fields that take up an entire wing of the museum. And you ask someone there, give me persuasion?
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Yeah, for social skills in Starfinder, there's diplomacy, intimidate, and bluff.
Okay. Yeah, so if you're trying to do they make small talk with some of the the scholars that are kind of looking around.
That is a 21 total. I hope that succeeds because I don't know.
Yeah, so there's this this human woman. She goes, oh, you mean Very 13? The lovely android that was she was so fascinated with the junkyard model. She was quite fascinated. She would spend hours studying the locations. Said, are you a friend of hers? She didn't seem to have many friends.
I have not had that that fortune yet. Just always found her information interesting. I'm not the biggest history buff, but she always knew such interesting facts that makes me want to learn more about the history here.
Saying, well, Akaton is full of history. As you know, the starships located around the planet were a part of a great battle during the Gap. No one quite knows where they came from, but they're sure to hold many secrets. Unfortunately, she never told me what she was trying to find, but she did mention she was staying at Exomander's Throne, the luxury hotel where many of the visiting scholars and professors and historians stay from outside of town. If you're looking for her, perhaps you can find her there.
Thank you so much. I will take a look because I would just love the chance to pick her brain.
Okay. So, Ziomander's Throne, if we look in the brochure, is a Islanti-themed hotel and casino. The Islandi in this universe, think of them...
That is extremely in poor taste.
Yeah, think of them as the Galactic Empire in Star Wars. So it's like, it's fun. It's like there's a Empire-themed restaurant. Until you realize, in the real world, the Islanti are, real in-universe fascists who are basically human-first society that look down on everyone who's not human.
Oh, not just human first. You have to be Aslanti.
Oh yeah, Aslanti.
Any other human is inferior. They are the racism empire.
Not very common in the Pact worlds, but apparently whoever's running this hotel has decided this would be a good theme for their establishment.
Yeah, I gotta bet that person has a low wisdom stat.
But it is the highest, kind of the highest class hotel in Kefik Depot, and because these people coming from Absalon Station and other places tend to have a lot of money, that's where they tend to stay. Because of that, the brochure says there's actually a lot of laboratories on not laboratories, see your throne. It's popular among historians because it's part research center, part casino, part resort. The throne maintains a Islanti Star Empire theme, with hosts dressed in mock Islanti fashion and actors in Aeon Guard uniforms posing for pictures with tourists.
So it's basically, as in the picture I put into Starfinder thing on Discord, the Galactic Cruiser Hotel that Disney shuts down because nobody liked it.
But it seems to be doing pretty good business.
This isn't like the Disney Galactic Hotel because by Disney, the Empire is fictional. In universe, this would be, because the Atlantean Empire is very real. So in universe, this would literally be, this would be opening a hotel and dedicating it to Nazi Germany and having all your staff dressed up as Nazi soldiers and people coming and doing their Nazi cosplay. It is such poor taste.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I see.
There's a lot of themed locations in here, like the Necro Palace is based off the Dead World. There's some based off the like different places in the Pact Worlds, you know. So, okay. Anyone else? How are you searching for Very 13?
So I will. So after getting, I guess, the information from Wolf, I'm going to go to some sort of place that might have public access computers.
Okay.
And I want to like hack into that. Use the computer to like hack into some of the like security cameras around the area.
Yeah, like
so basically just do your stereotypical, you know, movie hacker sort of thing.
Yeah, like you go into the internet cafe.
Yeah.
It's like with
hacking in the mainframe, guys. I'm gonna do it.
It's like you order a coffee, but then like you're hacking into the FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can find a coffee shop with the computer terminals. Riddle doesn't want you to use her computers because they can, if you mess up, they could potentially trace you back to her, and you don't want that.
Yeah, I get a burner laptop. Let's go. Go to McFlormal's Cafe. They got free Wi-Fi.
McFlormal's Cafe has free Wi-Fi.
Make a computer check?
Yeah, you do make a computers check.
You know, the funny thing is, like, probably 90% of the people using the internet there are using it for illegal things.
I got a 9. I couldn't get it connected to the Wi-Fi. The password doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you can't even connect to the password.
I don't want to order more coffee. Hate this place.
Alright, Kyjak was unsuccessful. Anyone else?
I really don't think I have many good avenues for information gathering.
Well, you know,
so I think I'd probably follow.
You know where she was staying, so that could be a place to start.
Where'd you say she was staying again?
At the
Fascist Hotel.
The Fascist Hotel. Yeah, I mean,
Ziomander's throne, which you would know if you know your Islanti history, is basically where the the Emperor and Empress, sit on their throne.
Yeah, I'll check out there.
Okay. Well, you can definitely go to the hotel, but what are you going to do when you're there?
Ooh.
Go to the spa.
Just hang out.
No more spas. PTSD.
Surprise, another spa in this game.
That's where Bolt went to, the hotel, right?
I haven't actually gone anywhere yet, but
I assume you're kind of all doing your same thing, unless you want to coordinate, going places.
okay, yeah, we're together. So, I was gonna say if you go to the hotel, that is where I wanted to go to, and
Sure.
you can. I'm gonna try see if I can get anything about her stay from their systems. If there's any information on her. I don't know. Guests that came. I don't know. While you scare people into telling you stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking of. So you're gonna be sneakily hacking the database or
That's
whatever.
what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay, I am.
Okay, so you're gonna try to hack the hotel's computer, see if maybe like security footage.
That, or if there's a, I don't know. Yeah, anything I can find that.
Well, I like
guest records.
I like my suggestion. Yeah, so
I like your suggestion too.
So you're basically looking for any evidence of where she might have been going.
Yeah.
All right, give me a computer check.
I'm good at that. 29.
29, yeah. So you you have a little cable that goes to your what's it called, NIO unit, in your head.
Custom rig.
Custom. Oh yeah, your custom rig. You discreetly plug it into a terminal. And you find that she did some that she was on the kind of the local internet, the network, searching for a weapons dealer, like a place to buy weapons. There's a shop run by a Shobad named Othu. Shobads being very large, four-armed aliens. Think of ogres, but with 4 arms.
Like the thing from Mortal Kombat, Goro.
Goro, yeah. Although you had heard Riddled told you that Detrolu, the leader of the True Warriors, is a Shobad.
Okay.
But Very 13 was interested in obtaining some weapons at this weapons dealer.
I don't know why she wants to get weapons. They're just all over dead bodies all over the place.
It happened almost shortly before she left, or disappeared.
I have discovered some information. She was interested in this weapons dealer. Reached out, possibly visited. What were you able to learn?
Okay, so while Bolts is doing that, I want to approach the counter worker, whoever works there. I'm guessing that you said this is like a more upscale establishment.
Yeah, it's like the most high end, the most high end place in Kevin Depot.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up in my ratty, mercenary gear and ask the counter worker, hey, nice place you got here.
Yeah, it's this, obviously a human, dressed up in, Islanti, kind of like, Islanti uniform, and, he goes, it's like, oh yes, us Islanti enjoy the finer things, and things looking so expensive, and high class. That's what we like. Are you here to spend money?
I'm actually not, in fact.
Oh. Well, the casino is down the hall.
Like I said, I don't want anything to happen in here. One of your people that I've caught winded staying here owes me a bit of money, and I, was wondering if you've seen them coming and going so I could meet them outside.
if you have some beef, as they say, with one of our residents, then I'm afraid we can't have any of it.
Well, of course,
premises.
not on the property, like I said.
So it was intimidation, diplomacy, and what was the last one? Bluff.
Well, I was going to try to intimidate, because I'm not lying, she does owe us money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you like, patting your gun as you say this?
More like adjusting my scarf so it is clearly visible.
You're adjusting your scarf.
Or cloak, or whatever the red thingy is.
It's a scarf or a bandana,
Okay.
but like, is that supposed to intimidate him?
It's red and dangerous and nice.
Yes.
It's red because it's blood.
Well,
I was imagining it was covering the weapon, and I'm uncovering the weapon is kind of the mental process I was going for.
Oh, it's like a cloak almost. Yeah. Okay.
I thought you were saying it's still
a
around
very
your
wide
neck.
scarf.
Yeah, I thought you were like adjusting your scarf, like ooh. Odd in here, isn't it? Okay, so you're intimidating him by like showing him a glimpse of your weapon, so you need an intimidation check.
Alright, I get +4. I'm just gonna roll it on the sheet.
Yeah, that's fine. You can press the +4 and it should, load.
18.
18, okay. He catches a glimpse of it and he goes, "And who were you looking for again?"
Very 13. Android.
Oh, an android, yes. Oh, I remember. He gets into character. A facsimile of human excellence an android is. He goes, yes, sorry, they make us say that. It's really insensitive. He goes, my best friend's an android. No, yeah. But, with that, he'll go, let me look up her records. In very 13. After a moment, he goes, it looks like she still has a room, but, check my records. It's like, yeah, she told us to hold her calls that she was doing business. She requested directions to the car yards. It's one of the many junkyards surrounding Kefik Depot. And I assume they were provided. And that was 2 days ago. She hasn't returned.
Alright. Well, hopefully she's still alive. Gotta get paid. Thanks.
Like, please enjoy the casino.
Oh, I will.
And if you ever need a job, then, they prefer the non-red-skinned humans employed here. It's a thing.
I'm gonna wince a little bit, but try to not make it too obvious.
I'm just saying, I'm just doing a job. It's a part. Oh, geez, don't understand that. Okay. So as you all reconvene outside of this hotel, you learn that she at least visited a weapons dealer, and she was making her way to the car yards.
Alright, I'll relay that information to Bolts.
And I really, yeah. So now we have a couple of leads. Where
Right,
do you suggest we go from here,
Well,
Ms. Nita?
I'd say go to the weapon shop first, see if we can find out what she bought. Just so
do
we're
we-
not going in.
Do we know which weapon dealer she went to?
It doesn't say a name here, but it would have, yeah, you would have known which
Yeah, I
one.
know.
It's just one of those local hole-in-the-walls, like, kind of shady places, Maybe she wanted to be discreet.
Bill's Gun Emporium.
Yeah.
You guys found something? I couldn't find anything.
You have to use the clicky part of the computer.
Oh, it's one of these old ones. It has that. What is it? A moose? Okay.
Moose.
Yeah.
We're on our way to
little...
check out the weapon dealer she went to, just to see what kind of hardware she bought. And I got a lead that she was going to the car yards. Left 2 days ago, but hasn't been heard from since.
Oh.
I'm about to put a picture of what a showbad looks like into the Starfinder chat.
It's gonna be scary. It was.
So these are really tall, at least 10, 11, 12 foot tall aliens. They have 4 arms, very muscular, very big protruding tusk.
It's very scary.
And you see this one behind the counter at this weapon dealer. You assume that it's whatever name I gave you.
He looks like he's from Venture Brothers.
It is Baron Underbite.
Off tool. Kind of gives you a look as you all walk in. He goes, "Yeah, what do you need?"
I'm resisting the urge to say guns. Lots of guns.
Yeah, we got lots of guns here.
I heard someone came through here not too long ago spending my money on your guns. And I was just curious what she bought.
A lot of people come through here. If she's using your money, then it's really none of my business, isn't it? This voice should be a lot deeper. It's like, it's really none of my business whose money she's spending, as long as she spends it, don't you say?
Not your business. I just need to inventory what she was getting. She's gone missing, so...
That's a shame.
Android girl.
He goes,
and I'll give the
Android?
description.
Saying, well, let me think. Well, maybe I think it's none of your business who I sell my weapons to.
It'll be your business if she was committing tax fraud.
His eyes go wide in horror. He goes, oh, tax fraud, that is... I mean, I've sold some guns to some pretty nasty people, but that's just too far.
I have it on good authority that the Internal Revenue Service has been just checking out the stores down the block.
Are you saying that she's not going to properly sign the paperwork and file the proper papers for legal firearm ownership?
That's what it's looking like, because she hasn't reported back.
I run a clean business here. I'm not trying to break the law here. He goes, so yeah, an android girl came through here a couple days ago, just bought some firearms, some sidearms. Saying,
small weapons?
So yeah, saying in case she needed to defend herself, she might run into trouble.
Okay, about roughly rounded up, how much did she spend?
I'm not gonna look up the prices, but it would be like 50 to 100 gold, however much these, like a small blaster would cost.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna commit to the bit and pretend to write it down on a notepad. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's probably about 200, 300 gold. Or, credits. But he didn't really give you any new information, but you know that she was probably just looking to, arm herself for protection. Probably because she's going to the car yards.
Well, thank you for your time.
I never changed the map. You're still in Adventures in John.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I think that's where the drop-off is or something, like... What if she was gonna do something there, then just... Oh, she got the weapon to protect herself, and...
So my thought process behind, as we're leaving, I just really wanted to see what she was getting, because if she got heavier arms, we might be in for more trouble, but it looks kind of like it was just a precaution.
Yeah. So as you're...
You gotta be safe here. This is a pretty rough and tumble area.
There's gangs all over the place.
So shall we head to the car yard, see if we can find anything there?
I'm game.
That makes sense.
Seems like our strongest leads right now.
Minioneer, can you carry me?
So as you're, you realize you don't know where the car yards is. Like, oh, we need to maybe ask directions somewhere. And you kind of take a turn down down one of the streets, maybe to ask Riddle about the car yards. And as you get to the end, you see 2 True Warrior humans step out from behind the building into the streets. He goes, I know the map doesn't really show it that way, but he goes, so, where do you think you're going? Such a hurry. And he's recognized one of them as one of the ones that you caught beating up on Riddle, the one that survived.
You guys again.
And then from behind you, 2 more Yusaki True Warriors that were hiding behind some cars kind of step out, and he goes, yeah, why in such a hurry? Just want to talk.
None of your damn business.
Oh, just out, running errands. By the way, I know for a fact you guys know what happens when you fight with someone who has the force of a supernova behind them. So, you're literally just being sent to die if you're going to interfere with us, right? Like, flat out, your boss does not expect you to come back alive.
I'm gonna hold my arm up. Hey, Wolf, they said they just want to talk. Let's see if they hold true to that, and then you could blow them to bits.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to blow them to bits. It
we
will just
wanna
be
talk.
an unfortunate side effect if things come to a fight.
So the one True Warrior who was with the other one definitely looks a little worried when he said that. He's like, yeah, I saw him really blow up the boss's car. And he goes, yeah, it can't be that bad, but it's true. We do want to talk. We want to talk. With bullets. And they all raise their weapons, and he goes, saying Riddle needs to learn a lesson that no amount of protection is going to save her, and we are going to do combat.
So, yeah, claws up. I want to attempt one last thing and look directly at the one that was there earlier.
Yeah.
You know exactly how bad this is going to be. Your boss is disappointed in you and literally sent you out to get killed.
Yeah.
You going to stay here with the rest of the chumps, or are you going to be smart and disappear from this town and just let her think you died in battle?
The one next to him goes like, it's trying to get on your skin. You know what will happen if we don't bring these guys down? And he goes, yeah. And he kind of reluctantly raises up his he gets his baton, and
okay,
yep, and we're going to do combat next time.
We do not have time
then
for this.
First.
we literally don't have time.
Talk with bullets. I'm fluent in that language.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. You speak multiple different kinds of bullets, probably.
Alright, that's what we'll end for tonight.
Woo!
Ah, oh my gosh.
Damn it, ending it on a cliffhanger.
Yep.
Cliffhanger. Could be worse. We could be
So-
hanging off a cliff.
I was going to say this in character, but it didn't have a good time to bring it up. So, in general, you should probably stay about 10 feet away from me in combat,
Okay.
or actually 15 feet away from me.
But you're carrying Kyjak everywhere because she's tired because she's really tiny.
Actually, what's funny is that there are rules for you being able to ride me.
Yeah.
I can act as a mount for you.
But you're yeah, he's small, so yeah. Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, but the radius of my supernova is 10 meters. So or 10 feet. Sorry. So anyone within 10 feet is get. I can't supernova if I have allies within 10 feet of me because the supernova deals significant damage.
Just a walking bomb.
All right. So, yep. Thanks everyone. This is our first the game of Junker's Delight.
Yeah.
Hey, Kobold,
Thank you.
yay!
Had
Thank
a
you,
great
Joey.
time.
Same
Yeah, it was
here.
fun.
And
Yeah.
thanks for everyone who's watching on Boom Stream. Hope you enjoyed.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be doing this every Monday if we can. We'll let you know on Twitter if we can't make it on Mondays, but that's the plan. We'll be doing this at Mondays at 9.
8 Central.
Definitely looking forward to it again. I love the characters. Awesome GMing.
Yeah. Good stuff, Joey.
Yep. So thanks everyone. We'll see you. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Leader all.
Thank you. Bye.
And see.
And scene. Start